In related news, Kenya has notched its first victory at the United Nations Environment negotiations after a resolution on sustainable sports sailed through the Committee of the Whole Assembly with barely a murmur of opposition. This means that Kenya successfully got the world to agree that marathons and football matches should be climate friendly. But the country's far more ambitious resolutions on artificial intelligence, water footprint and pharmaceutical waste contaminating African rivers remain locked in tense negotiations as the Assembly enters its final stretch. Although optimism remains high and that they too will be adopted by the Assembly. NMG's climate editor Zainab Wandati explains.
On day 4 of the 7th session of the United Nations Environment Assembly, Kenya's triple gambit resolutions on AI's environmental impact, pharmaceutical pollution and sustainable sports has emerged as one of the most ambitious plays by any African nation in recent environmental diplomacy. Now, while the sports resolution sailed through Wednesday, Kenya's groundbreaking AI proposals remain in heated negotiation, with delegates haggling over language that could set precedent for regulating data centers, which are said to be consuming as much electricity during training as thousands of households use in a year.
Artificial intelligence, digital technologies, and electrification are reshaping how we produce, work, and trade. If this transformation is not aligned with environmental protection, equity, and human dignity, we risk building a new high-tech economy on the old foundation of extraction, exclusion, and pollution. UNEA must therefore define the environmental guardrails for this new era of economic transformation.
The drama intensified as Peru withdrew its resolution on environmental crimes, which Kenya had co-sponsored, while Kenya's antimicrobial resistance resolution linking pharmaceutical waste to drug-resistant infections in contaminated water teeters close to agreement. Indonesia and Vanuatu also withdrew their ecosystem protection proposals entirely, leaving 7 resolutions transmitted to the full assembly, but 6 critical items, including Kenya's AI framework, still under negotiation as the clock ticks towards Friday's conclusion.
We are looking to ensure that we are addressing AMR in terms of environmental surveillance, laboratory surveillance, treatment, wastewater treatment, that this antimicrobial resistant, the microbes are also treated so that now they don't multiply and affect environment, among other concerns.
Now, over the last few days, Kenya has been engaged in intense bilateral talks, lobbying for support on its resolutions, and it remains hopeful that there will be adoption. This assembly is expected to close tomorrow when the ministers formally adopt the resolutions as well as decisions of the assembly. Zainab Wandati, NTV, Nairobi.